So you're thinking about moving to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and you are a suburb person. You don't want to live in the city of Myrtle Beach. You don't want to deal with the tourism. Great, because in today's video, we're gonna take you through one of the top 5 suburbs right here in Myrtle Beach, Carolina Forest. We're gonna talk a little bit about the schools, we're gonna talk about median income, and we're also gonna do a little bit of a market update. We're gonna talk about days on market, low, median, average, and high prices of homes. Just so that you can get a better feel of what's going on in the Carolina Forest area and better understand our market. So guys, if you're ready, I am. Let's get after it right now. Well, if this is your first time to the Living in Myrtle Beach channel, great. Tap that bell for notifications, subscribe below, send us a comment, drop a little comment, guys, share a video with a friend, or if you know somebody that might be considering making that move, just so that, we can keep you guys up to date on, current market trends and exactly what's going on in our market right here in Myrtle Beach. Now, if you are anywhere from 1 month to 3 years out, no matter where you are in that buying process, please get in contact with us. Send us an email, shoot us a text message, hop on a live Zoom conference call, give us a call. You can accomplish a lot of that all in the description below, so that we can help you make a smooth move to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. All right, guys, so we are to that #1 suburb out of the top 5 suburbs on our list. That #1 suburb is Carolina Forest, and I have joining with me Angela. She is currently on the Cana Group team here with me at Keller Williams. She is a transplant from Idaho, and she's a native to the Carolina Forest area. So I'm gonna have her talk just a little bit with us about some of those pros and cons as we go through Carolina Forest. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna give you 1 pro and 1 con for each of these suburbs. Carolina Forest is situated in between Myrtle Beach and Conway, making it a great location for those who want to be close to the hustle and bustle of the city, yet being able to enjoy that quiet living simultaneously. It's just far enough away to where it's not super close to all the noise, but it gives you that nice suburbia feeling. Now, the con for Carolina Forest is traffic, and that's what I wanted to get Angela to talk with us just a little bit about today. Kind of walk us through when traffic is horrible and horrendous, maybe the setup there. There's the 2 main roads, Highway 501, and then of course, Highway 501 on both sides of Carolina Forest, which on one side turns into River Oaks, but traffic seems to be an issue on both of those roads generally, right?
Yes, coming out. Yes, it does.
And about what time of day?
Well, it starts about 7:15 in the morning. The elementary schools start early, and it backs up a good mile on Carolina Forest heading towards the 501 to get you either to Myrtle Beach or to Conway.
That's right.
And not so bad. At the 5 o'clock range, Carolina Forest doesn't get backed up. 501 gets backed up for about 1.5 miles where the Tanger outlets are and all the restaurants are. There's 2 lights there that can get backed up. It adds about 5 to 7 minutes to your commute. And then on the River Oaks side, that one is usually the 5 o'clock traffic gets backed up at River Oaks. And that's a 2-lane for most of River Oaks, beautiful drive, but that can add about 10 minutes to your commute if you're coming to and from there.
So on both sides of Carolina Forest, which we'll get into in just a little bit, but basically Highway 501 runs on both sides of Carolina Forest, and then in between Carolina Forest is what's called Carolina Forest Boulevard.
Yes.
And that road's probably about 5 miles long. It runs from one side to the other side. Both sides of it have business districts on it, plenty of shopping, plenty of groceries, plenty of retailers and all that, which we'll cover in just a minute. But that, Carolina Forest Boulevard does get some pretty nasty traffic, right?
It does in the morning. So if you're coming out of any of the communities and heading towards the main 501, that can back up a good 1 or 2 miles just trying to get to the 501 exchange. Heading towards the River Oaks area, it's usually not backed up until you hit that last light where it meets River Oaks.
So overall, just to recap, that pro is it's just far enough away from Myrtle Beach to where you get that quiet living. That con is, twice a day or so.
A little bit of traffic.
A little bit of traffic. Now, we're not saying anything compared to like big city traffic. No.
No.
For us, traffic is probably, for anybody that's buying from out of state, that's moving here from a large city, whether you're moving from up north or from the Midwest or even all the way on that West Coast, California, Florida even. Guys, our traffic is probably
not even a blend. It's not even a blend.
Nothing similar to your traffic at all. So. Okay, so now there are currently 199 listings on the market in Carolina Forest. Not very many. The cheapest of those runs about $239.9. The most, yep, that's right.
Yes.
It's pretty cheap for Carolina Forest. We're going to be honest with you.
Yes.
The highest is right now about $729.15. Now the average listing on the market is $464,000 and some change, with the median listing running about $460,000. Now, as far as days on market, days on market kind of lets us know how fast homes move in that area, in that suburb. Our days on the market the high is about 250 days, but the low is 0. So we're talking about basically, homes have the ability to move very, very quickly in the Carolina Forest area. Again, it is one of the most sought after areas, in one of the most sought after suburbs in our area. So homes can move super fast. So we got 250 days on market as a high and 0 days on market as a low. With an average of 91 days and a median of 91 days on market, your average listing. Now, the styles of homes range in this area. They range from traditional to ranch to contemporary to patio home, split level, low country, and even colonial. Carolina Forest, it does happen to be about 17 minutes or 10 miles from the Myrtle Beach International Airport. Now, just to cover a little bit, kind of like an area overview before we actually get you in the car and drive you through Carolina Forest, or as we're doing that, Carolina Forest is a master planned community that has numerous, I think about 14 different neighborhoods in it, and it does have some commercial spots as well. Now, it's located on north of US Highway 501, right between Myrtle Beach and Conway, all the way to the Intercoastal Waterway. Now, this 25-mile area is home to more than 35,000 residents. And as I mentioned, it is a master plan community. So there are a fair amount of pine trees and Carolina forest areas over there, hence its name.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, it does have a growing business district. There are national, regional, and local retailers in that area. On some of our other videos, I've taken you through Tanger Outlets. I've taken you through some of the shopping plazas over there on the River Oak side, as well as shopping plazas over on the Highway 501. You can see, there is more than enough shopping out in the Carolina Forest area. You're not gonna have to travel very far at all. The shopping's kind of like right where all the neighborhoods and stuff are.
It is. It's right on each end. With all the housing in between, you can find anything that you need in Carolina Forest if you don't want to travel the 15 minutes to get to Myrtle Beach.
Absolutely. Yeah, so you won't have to go far to get anything that you need. All your shopping's right there. Those videos, I think, are called, what does 200 to 400 get in Carolina Forest? And the other video, what does 400 to 500 get in Carolina Forest? Check those videos out, and you can see a lot of that shopping district. Now, new roads have made Carolina Forest more accessible, including International Drive, an extension of Robert Grissom Parkway that provides direct access to Myrtle Beach, and River Oaks Drive, which runs west and parallel to the Intercoastal Waterway. Now, as I mentioned, there are roughly 14 different neighborhoods. To my count, there might even be up to like 16 or more, but I've got 14 on our list now. Carolina Forest Avalon, Belgrove Oaks, Belgrove Palms, Belgrove Willows, Brighton Lakes, Covington Lake East, the farm at Brookberry, Amherst, Berkshire Forest, and then Berkshire Forest, Hawthorne, Berkshire Forest, and the parks of Carolina Forest. Now let's move right along to schools. The schools all have A ratings. Great school district. From what I see, a lot of people that are shopping in our market are looking to move either in the Carolina Forest area or in the St. James area when they're shopping and checking out schools. Now, schools over in that Carolina Forest area are Ocean Bay Elementary School, Carolina Forest Elementary School, Ocean Bay Middle School, Ten Oaks Middle, and then Carolina Forest High School. Yep. Now, the Ocean Bay Elementary School has an overall rating of A. It is #1 best public elementary school in Myrtle Beach. So, I mean, that probably says a lot right there. Now, this is all according to niche.com. Feel free to go there and check it up again. That's niche.com. There are roughly 920 students, and it has a student-to-teacher ratio of 15:1. 78% of those students are proficient in math and 69% in reading. Next, we have on the list Carolina Forest Elementary School. It's #9 in best public elementary schools in Myrtle Beach area. Overall has a A- rating with 1,079 students and has a student-teacher ratio again of 15:1. Now, 66% of those students are proficient in math with 58% in reading. Next on the list, Ocean Bay Middle School. Overall rating on niche.com gives it a straight A. It is the #2 best public school in Myrtle Beach area. 675 students, 65 students proficient in math with 67% in reading. Then we have Ten Oaks Middle. Overall niche rating was an A. #3 best public school in Myrtle Beach. As you can see, the Carolina Forest area is racking up some of those top scores as far as schools go. It has about 1,066 students with a student-teacher ratio of 17:1. 63% of those students are proficient in math with 57% in reading. And finally, on the list, we have Carolina Forest High School. This is the #1 best public school in the Myrtle Beach area with an overall niche rating of an A-, 2,792 students, student-teacher ratio of 21:1. With 85% of those students proficient in math and 80% proficient in reading. And that is Carolina Forest. All right, well, that wraps up our Carolina Forest video. I hope that you enjoyed checking out that suburb with us here at the Living in Myrtle Beach channel. If you have questions, if you're curious about anything that has to do with Carolina Forest or Myrtle Beach, please give us a call, send us a text message, shoot us an email, or hop on that live Zoom conference call, all in the description below. Now, guys, we do live video walkthroughs. We do those for our clients. It's free of charge. You know, you send us the MLS number of the property that you're interested in. We will schedule an appointment just like you're here in person, drive out to that property, send you a Zoom link, and we can tour that property together. We have people that buy properties like that all the time. And if you're a little leery of that, you can always make an offer contingent upon seeing it in person. Anyways, just to throw that little tad bit out there, thanks for hanging out with me. This is Brandon signing off with the Living in Myrtle Beach channel.